Time now for the morning rush. We begin with breaking overnight news. BCSO's investigating a fatal crash that happened on I-40 westbound at Atrisco Vista. That stretch now open after being closed for several hours earlier this morning. Deputies can be seen blocking all westbound lanes starting around 12:30. As they investigated what took place, BCSO tells us alcohol is not believed to be a factor in this. As soon as we get more details, we'll pass them on to you right here on KRQE News 13.
Well, the second day of the trial of an accused cult leader continues this morning. Deborah Green is facing 17 counts ranging from child abuse resulting in death to child rape. Green is the accused former leader of an aggressive Christian cult living near Fence Lake. Prosecutors say Green convinced her daughter to take a newborn baby from Uganda in the 1990s and bring her back to the compound. They allege Green physically and sexually abused that child and did not give her proper medical treatment. The defense says that's all untrue. Kristen?
Increasing cloud cover through the day today and looking at some spotty to scattered storms mainly after the lunch hour, and this is going to originally favor the western side of the state before pushing further to the east, and this will be early tomorrow morning through tomorrow afternoon. Heavy rain will be the biggest concern out of any given shower. Crystal?
On to more breaking overnight news. Kim Jong-un is promising to permanently dismantle the North's main nuclear complex, but only if the U.S. takes similar measures. This announcement comes amidst what's being called a sweeping set of agreements as the North and South wrap up day two of talking in Pyongyang. The two leaders announced in a joint statement that they will push for the Korean Peninsula to be a place of peace, free from nuclear weapons and nuclear threats and war.
Investigators believe they have found a motive behind a deadly shooting that left two men with ties to Balloon Fiesta dead. Officials are now saying this may be centered around a love triangle. Earlier this month, Bernalillo police responded to shots fired at the KOA campground, and they say that Fred Letty of Rio Rancho killed Michael LaPlante before killing himself. And police believe LaPlante had been dating Letty's estranged wife.
Today, New Mexico's governor and education secretary are launching a new campaign aimed at raising New Mexico's national education ranking. Governor Martinez and Secretary Rosowski are touring the state, hosting rallies to raise awareness about how New Mexico schools earn their national ranking. Officials say the ranking comes from the National Assessment Educational Progress Assessment that's set for release come January.
New at 6, a United States Justice Department official says the agency is announcing funding to tackle the high rates of violence against Native American women. The Justice Department tells the Associated Press that today the department will award $113 million to 133 tribes across the country. That money will go to fund public safety programs. He says an additional $113 million will then go to help crime victims.
On to news happening today. New Mexico's gubernatorial candidates are preparing to face off in a debate. It's happening from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Fox New Mexico. Democrat Michelle Lujan Grisham and Republican Steve Pierce will have the chance to answer questions about the race and elaborate on their individual platforms. Viewers at home are encouraged to join in on the conversation by using the hashtag NewMexicoGovDebate. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index at a 7, looking at widespread storms later on tonight and continuing overnight. Looking at storms and heavy rainfall possible, the flooding risk will be our top concern for the next 48 hours. David?
Albuquerque police are stepping up to help one of their own who's going through a quite stressful time. Detective Deidre Candelaria's son, Stephen, was diagnosed with cancer in his leg. After turning 26, Stephen was kicked off his mother's insurance. Now Candelaria says those medical bills are catching up with her son and her. Now, so to try and help Candelaria keep her focus on her son, APD is hosting a fundraising lunch this Friday at the Police Academy. It all begins at 11 a.m. and is open to the public. Additionally, Stephen's family started a GoFundMe to help with expenses.
On to new news this morning. The Albuquerque Public School District says they're in need of school nurses. APS officials say they have 9 openings right now. Officials say not every school has a nurse, but each school is receiving some sort of coverage. That does include 48 nurses who have to shuttle back and forth between several schools. Officials say the 9 vacancies affect about 5,000 kids. We did post a link on how you can apply to alwaysonkRQE.com.
Well, starting today, you'll notice a slowdown because of the next 2 weeks of traffic studies taking place in downtown. A stretch of lead from 2nd to 6th Street going into downtown has been narrowed down to 1 lane. This is because of recommendations from the council they voted on a few years back to narrow lanes and add bike lanes and parking spots. Councilor Benton wants to reduce the 2 westbound lanes to 1, leaving only 1 through lane in each direction with turn lanes in the middle. He hopes the changes would get drivers to slow down. Kristen?
Time now for a check on your Wednesday morning commute. Not seeing any major problems on the map this morning. Everything green at the moment. Also have a live look out over the Big Eye. Looks good. At this point, we'll keep eyes on that throughout the day.
All right, judging from this next video, the Arkansas Zoo may be home to FIFA's next soccer star. Meet Sophie, the soccer-playing elephant who lives at the Little Rock Zoo. But Sophie is not the only one who likes to get in on the action. Zoo staff says her friend Babe often plays with her, and they hope this video can be used as an example of how intelligent these animals actually are.
A little fun with the ball.
Good morning. Final check on that day planner shows 70s to start, low 80s by lunch. 87 is a forecast high. That's a lot cooler than that 92 record-breaking high we had yesterday. Increasing clouds through the day. Storms and showers start really today, and they're going to continue late this week. So we're talking heavy rainfall expected out of any given shower or thunderstorm. This will continue across the eastern plains on Friday before eventually clearing out for the weekend. All right, time now for the 5 facts.
We start with number 5 here. The West Las Vegas High Dons have been using hawk tackling technique in football that encourages players to hit while leading with their shoulders, not their heads. This is all to reduce concussions and neck injuries. As part of Rydell's 18 and 18 Smarter Football program, the Dons were selected to receive a grant for new equipment because of this.
And number 4, a traffic study going on for the next 2 weeks could slow downtown morning traffic quite significantly. That's on lead from 2nd to 6th Street going into downtown. It's been narrowed down to 1 lane. Now, the study is being monitored by Councilman Isaac Benton. He says he wants to see if recommendations of narrowing lanes and adding bike lanes plus parking spots will make a difference. Benton wants to reduce the 2 westbound lanes to 1. That would leave only 1 lane in each direction with turn lanes in the middle.
At number 3, looking at storms and showers late this afternoon, continuing overnight into Thursday morning. Temperatures cooler as we drop to the 80s today, lower 80s heading into the weekend. Some spot storms left over Friday, but mostly clear for the weekend.
Number 2 now, the man accused of prostituting his young daughter is being ordered to provide DNA samples to investigators to see if his DNA actually matches new evidence found in the case. James Stewart and Terry Sanchez are the parents of the young girl. They're charged with multiple counts of child abuse after an MDC officer accused the two of communicating in court. Things grew heated in the courtroom. An MDC officer and defense attorney began arguing over whether or not the attorney had the right to move Sanchez into another room for a private conversation. The judge ultimately ruled that attorneys need to ask permission to move suspects. Of course, we'll stay on top of this case. If you want more details, go to alwaysonkrqe.com.
And at number 1, the second day of the trial of accused cult leader continues this morning. Deborah Green is facing 17 counts ranging from child abuse resulting in death to child rape. Prosecutors say Green convinced her daughter to take a newborn baby from Uganda in the 90s and bring her back to the compound near Fence Lake. They also allege that Green physically and sexually abused that child and did not give her proper medical treatment.